Today being Monday, December, I don't know, pick a number 7. Look at this blue sky, brilliant sunshine. You can see kind of not much wind. I'm actually sweating out here in just 2 sweatshirts, so that's a good start. We're gonna hopefully go butt pull that tree that got stuck the other day. Yesterday? I don't know, it must have been Saturday. So we're bringing, in addition to the Echo CS 3510 chainsaw, we're taking our come along and tow strap, and there's some shackles and other stuff in their chain that I usually need, that if I don't bring, I will have to walk back for it. So I'm just gonna take it the first time. All right, this is how it came out. We had like 2-3 inches of snow last night, maybe yesterday, maybe 2 inches. This is the logs we have previously cut, and this is the one that's hung up in the crotch. Plan was to take the butt, tie it to that tree there, and come along it backwards until it gets out of the crotch. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's have a look at our setup, and then you're gonna go back into a safe spot. So we have my chain hooked up to the cable to the come along, onto a sling on this tree. And when we look backwards and we look up, that is the issue, is that part is caught in the crotch. So we're gonna pull a little bit, see what happens. All right, plan A didn't work, plan B didn't work, so plan C, and then we're gonna move to something else for today's. The way it's hung up here, I've been pulling this way. No, I've been pulling this way. I think I need to pull the butt south, and that might open up. Yeah, instead I've been pulling the log this way. We're gonna pull the butt that way, and maybe it'll kick that out, maybe. Okay, well, plan C worked, which is good, because I don't actually know what plan D was going to be. We had 1 foot of come along cable left before it was going to have to be plan D. Yeah, so now I'm just going to get a chainsaw and get some of that onto the brush pile, and the rest will be over here for, there might be one bottom section, we might go to the sawmill, the rest are going to go for firewood. All right, like I'm sweating. My fingers are freezing. I got my winter gloves on. All right, let's get out of this. All right, so we got, that's where it came from. So we just gotta get these pieces cleaned up now. And I need some warm gloves. Here we are. So this is the butt log. So that's probably what, like 6 inches, maybe 7. So like what's the utility in cutting that tree out of there? Was it a hazard? Yeah, somewhat. I mean, it could break and it could fall on a trail and grandkids come back here, kids walk on their own, people bring their pets back, older people go skiing. So it was somewhat of a hazard. It was pretty much in that crotch though. Whew. So what's the utility in doing that? Well, we got a little bit of firewood. You know, first and foremost, the utility in that is it's therapy. I did plan A, had to come up with a plan B, had to come up with a plan C, almost had to come up with a plan D. So just me, snow, blue sky, no bugs, no allergies, no mud. Yeah, it's therapy. And then number 2 is, you know, it's a relatively small diameter tree, not exceedingly tall. It was good practice. I learned a lot about pulling angles and bouncing things and things I probably should not have done after I did them, saying, "Ooh, that could have been pretty bad." So with a smaller tree, less chance to be a catastrophic failure if I erred in my thinking process. Yeah, so just a lot of good practice and awareness about tree felling without the dangers of a big ass tree crushing me or pinning me alone out in the woods. So we're appreciative of the snow and the sun and the sky and the no wind. I gotta take this stuff back to the house, and then I might come back and start pulling some of these to the saw yard. All right, we got 3 of the sawmill logs on a toboggan. We're gonna pull those back to the saw yard, and then we're gonna go have lunch because number 1, I'm out of water. My water bottle is empty. That's when it's empty, I go back. That's just how it is. My fingers are kind of cold. I'm sweaty, and I have to go ice skating at 1. So go home and have some lunch. Relax from that. All right, we pulled them over to where we're stacking our logs for the sawmill, and we got them stacked on the back side. We're going to put the firewood on that pile over there, but not today, not now. We're going to have lunch. Okay, today is Tuesday, December 9th, I'm pretty sure, 2025. It's probably about 25. Last night was like 6 degrees, something like that. Pretty chilly, but all the logs we had there, these are the last of them. We're gonna pull it with our toboggan to the log pile, and we'll see what happens after that. I really don't have a Here we go. We got that one log here on the sawmill pile, and we've stacked the rest over here on our firewood pile. And now I might take a walk and see if I can pull those other ones where my tractor initially got stuck and broke. Like a half mile back on a trail, we'll see. Okay, so we are down in a different section where we had cut trees across the trail, and this was my goal, was to try to get back here with the tractor to get these before they get buried in the snow, and then everything turns to mud in the spring. But as you can see, I don't know if it's readily available at this perspective, but that log is not gonna fit on that toboggan without dragging its ass and me pulling. I guess there's only like one log here that's really gonna fit reasonably. The plan was to to get the log dolly for the big ones, the long ones, and just haul them with the log dolly. So I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. We have to wait for our tractor to get fixed to do that. I'm not hand pulling the log dolly through the snow. So I think we're gonna load this one and haul that back and then go for lunch. There we go, on the pile. We're cutting up for splitting for firewood. Yeah, those long, I cut them long because then it'd be easier, fewer to take. I can just put them on a log dolly, so I'm just gonna have to wait. But we do have those dead ones there that need to get cleaned up, which is nearby, and this one is out onto the trail here, so that one needs to get cleaned up. So I think we're gonna, for now, we're gonna work locally and clean those up and wait for a good time to get the ones that are farther down the trail brought here.